You are live. Yo, what's up? Fantasy gods are here. This is Daniel and Isaiah Clay today.
What's up? What's up,
What's going on, Isaiah? How you doing, man?
man? I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready for this week 13. I know a lot of weeks are going to be measured here. People are trying to get in the playoffs, trying to fight for those last spots. Ad drops are kind of going crazy. We got some big running backs out this week. We got some quarterback issues. So let's just jump into it, Dan.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump in. If you guys are joining us from TikTok, go head over to our Twitch and our YouTube. That's where we're live. I'm live with Isaiah Clay. I'll be coming back and forth and seeing if you guys have any questions. We're going to come back and forth. But basically today, let's talk about Jalen Hurts, man. Big news is he's, probably not going to play this week. But Adam Schefter said that the team is going to wait till the last second. What do you do, Isaiah? What do you do with quarterbacks or just even players that are kind of superstars? He's a superstar fantasy player this year. What do you do with kind of these guys that are game time decisions?
And I think that's why, up and leading up until this point, it's always good to have a backup or somebody that, maybe not of that ilk, but to have somebody at least just in case that person doesn't play. Um, and it's hard to replace a guy who's number 2 in fantasy points for quarterbacks this late in the season. And if he doesn't play, you're scrambling. But, I think it's enough to say that when you have a player like that, you have to have contingencies. He does have his bye week next week. So if he doesn't play, which I think makes the most sense, is to sit him so he can get extra rest time. And, but as a fantasy player, you just have to be ready and adapt. I mean, that's kind of the deal, right? When you're in these
for sure.
late seasons.
Let's say he is let's say he's gonna play. Let's say Hurts is gonna play. Are based on his injury, based on the fact is, he kind of didn't really practice. Are you playing him?
I am. I'm playing Hurts regardless. Like if they start him, I'm putting him in. I'm firing him up, and you really can't think about it. Like it's just one of those guys you got to start your studs, and if a team is gonna put them in the game, you got to put them in. Like I mean, even with like we watched Taysom Hill on Thursday, and even though he didn't play particularly well, he put up 20 plus points in standard formats. So when you have that kind of guy who can have that upside, yeah, Jalen Hurts may not run, but if he can get those passing yards and maybe get a quarterback sneak touchdown, then those are the kind of points that you need to win your week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Absolutely. We got some questions here. Original question from TikTok. The yellow Hellcat, man, what's going on? He said Evans or Waddle this week. Clay, what do you think? Evans or Waddle?
I think I'm going to lean more towards Evans this week. Excuse me. Mainly because Parker comes back this week, and I think he's going to get some of those targets that Waddle's been getting the last few weeks uncontested. So, Mike Evans, he did have a down week last week. I know a lot of people are like, whoa, but you got to think they played a lot of ground game with Leonard Fournette. He had 4 touchdowns. Look for Mike Evans to bounce back in a big way. He's still going to be a touchdown red zone threat, and he does get those big play opportunities.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Definitely going to roll with Evans. Again, just proven superstar talent. We like Waddle, coming out. But I think he's just kind of another Jarvis Landry, just in the middle. Going to get you a lot of catches, maybe not a lot of yards. It's kind of up and down with Waddle. So, yeah definitely going to go with Evans. What's going on TikTok? Again, if you guys are following us, please join us on Twitch. It's me and Isaiah tonight doing a week 13 breakdown for you. Again, going to answer all questions on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to shoot back on TikTok when I can. So Havoc Man 11, I'm going to answer this one. Coleman or Stevenson rest of the season? And man, that's tough. I'm going to say Stevenson for me. I just think that he has a little bit more kind of upside Ramondre Stevenson from the New England Patriots. I just think that he has the opportunity to kind of take that role. But Damian Harris is still just kind of a thorn in his side, but at least going to get the carries. Coleman, I just don't trust the Jets, man. I just don't trust that whole offense. So at least Stevenson has kind of that upside. Mohammed, what's going on, man? We are back. Yes, sir.
What's up, Mohammed?
Back, man. Thanks so much for having us. Appreciate you. And your question is, let's see. Let me put it up there. Do I start Devontae Parker, Dawson Knox, or Christian Kirk at the flex PPR? Clay, what do you think? What do you got?
Man, and this is tough, right? Like, I mean, all these guys are coin flips. I personally like if you already have a tight end going, I don't generally like starting two tight ends because they're so volatile in that way. But I would lean towards Devontae Parker. Christian Kirk is probably going to get D Hop back this week, so that's going to take away from his upside in target share. Devontae Parker is a guy who can put up big yards, get a lot of catches, and with Tua in the center, I really like him with Tua. And if you've seen some of his games earlier in the season when he's been healthy, he's been putting up double digit points for most of those times. So I like Parker in the spot.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get that. I think the biggest thing is too, like, the cool thing about those players, at least with Kirk and Knox, if you're going to lean one of those guys, that Kyler Murray is a game time decision at 10 o'clock. And so if he's not playing, then I think you maybe can fade Christian Kirk. You have Knox on Monday night, and then you kind of just, maybe you want Parker, maybe you want Kirk. I like Parker, definitely has wide receiver 2 kind of upside. And with Waddle kind of taking the attention, I think Parker could bounce back, especially if he is healthy. Let's roll over to TikTok. What we got? We got a bunch of questions here. Let's see. Pick 2, Waddle, Javonte Williams, and Ayuk. Wow, that's tough. And I'm going to say I'm going to actually go with Brandon Ayuk. I just like the upside with no Debo. And I think Kittle's going to get a lot of attention. And then for me, it's Javonte Williams, man. I think he's just in a smash spot. I wouldn't say that he's going to put up like RB, even 1 numbers, but I think high end RB2, even against the Chiefs.
Yeah, definitely. I really like Williams in this spot. We're going to see what he's going to do without, Melvin Gordon taking away his touches. So I really like Williams. I really think you should start him, fire him up, and he's going to put up those RB1 numbers. He may not be an RB1 right now, but I think he's going to put up those numbers and have the opportunity. I actually like Waddle in this spot, even though Devontae Parker is going to be back. I just like that Tua spreads the ball enough and he throws enough to make it worth it because they're not really a particularly running team, right? Like they don't use Myles Gaskins. He's not getting 20 plus touches a game. So his pass catchers are going to be very, very useful to him. So I do like Waddle, and he does have big upside to me. To me, I think Waddle, like last week, he had a great game. So I would fire him up with confidence and just run him until the wheels fall off.
All right. Yep. I'm with you. I like that. Clay says Waddle. I'm saying Ayuk. Let's see what happens on Sunday. Ethan, what's going on, my man? You said, do you think the Cleveland Browns are going to make it to the playoffs? Oh, man.
That's a tough division.
The biggest thing with Cleveland is it's got to be the run game. It's got to be right. Got to be healthy. Chubb's kind of, he's not his dominant self. I don't know if maybe the sickness is kind of hindered his lungs. He's just getting tired more. Who knows? COVID is a weird kind of virus. Who knows what's going to happen with him? But, Nick Chubb needs to be healthy. And he needs to dominate like we know he can. So at the end of the day, it's all going to be reliant on Nick Chubb. Baker is just an average QB with average weapons at the outside. So it's going to be based on Nick Chubb. And it's a tough division. I don't think the Browns the Ravens or the Bengals are going to give it up. So
yeah,
that wouldn't be me. Let's see. Clay from Julio Marquez 17 on TikTok. He said Bengals might run the ball against a struggling Chargers defense. Do I go with Pittman or do I go with Higgins? Who do you like?
Houston got to, the Colts are playing Houston tomorrow. They're not a very good defense. Man, that's tough. I'm gonna slightly go Pittman, and just because they know they're gonna run the ball with Taylor, he's gonna get his shots, he's gonna get his opportunities. So I'm gonna slightly go that way. T. Higgins is too much of a up and down. Yeah, he had a good week last week, but that's not the norm, right? Jamar Chase is usually the number one guy. He's getting the most targets. So I don't, T. Higgins is a good receiver, but I'm going to go with Pittman in this spot. I think this is going to be a good game where they really feature some of the receiver work.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, I think I'm kind of the opposite. I'm going to roll with T Higgins. He's kind of like he's got the hot hand. Burrow's
Okay,
playing out of his mind right now, so I'm going to roll with Higgins. But hey, Pittman, Clay got Pittman. I got Higgins. Let's see what happens on
we'll
Sunday.
see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Going
I can
back
see it
to
go either way.
yeah, absolutely. Havoc given us the questions. We appreciate it. We got Flex, Lockett, or Judy. For me, I'm going to go with Judy. I just think that there's something wrong with Russell Wilson, man. He's just not playing like the level that we've
He's not.
seen. And I think that, you know, we need to see better out of him. And so give me Judy. Give me a Sunday night game. And then with the Chiefs, you would think that they'd be down, so they're going to be throwing. So I'm going to move on real quick. We're going to kind of roll through these, getting questions here and there. So quick, yes, one or the other. No explanation needed, Clay. Who you got, Van Jefferson or Mike Williams?
Damn, that's ugly. I mean, I don't like either of them. I mean, they're both dart throws. I would probably take Mike Williams in this spot. Van Jefferson is just. I mean, if you're okay with dude getting 3 points or 15, I mean that's kind of that's the spot you're in with Van Jefferson. I think Mike Williams, he'll at least get the targets. He'll get enough targets to justify his start. So I would get with the safer floor with Mike Williams, and he has bigger upside to me. Like if he catches a 40, 50-yard touchdown, I mean that's your day right there.
Clay says Mike Williams over Van Jefferson. I'm going to answer a few. Jacoby Myers at the flex or Sonny Michel. I'm probably going to look and see if Henderson's going to play. If he doesn't play, then it's definitely. If he doesn't play, then it's definitely Michel. Pick 2. Who dat? Thielen. What's going on, man? Miles Sanders, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, Devontae Parker, Boston Scott. Unfortunately, I'm gonna roll with Miles Sanders because I just can't sit him with that lineup, and then I'm gonna go with Jerry Jeudy. Clay, who you got? Do you think Jalen Hurts is gonna start?
Man, it's gonna be tough. He didn't practice all week. I think they're gonna try to protect him. Even though they still have a shot at playoffs, but I think they're gonna try to protect their quarterback. He's their future. I think they sit him this week. He's a very mobile quarterback. It's going to be hard for him to play his game hobbled. So I think they sit him, roll him into the bye week, and then hope he comes back better in week 15.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You got to sit Hurts. He's kind of a franchise guy.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Another question from YouTube. Again, if you guys ain't following us on YouTube or Twitch, please go follow us there. This is where me and you can see me and Clay, full conversation. We get on TikTok, we answer questions, but guarantee to get your answers on Twitch and on YouTube. So going back to the YouTube question, Debo is hurt. AJ Brown's on my IR. My wide receivers are destroyed. Man, that happens. It happens. Fantasy. I mean, we're in multiple leagues, and you got players that just always hurt. Man, it just happens. Your teams are just destroyed. Typically with running backs, kind of get destroyed almost every year.
Yeah.
So you try to load up on them, but hey, man, it happens, man. Sorry you're dealing with that. On TikTok, what we got? Let's see. All right, Barkley or Jamal Williams from Jacob Hagan. Who you got? Saquon Barkley. Wow, we shouldn't even be having this conversation.
Roll with the studs, man. Roll with the studs. That's
Barkley,
the best way to put it.
Jamal Williams. Rolling with the studs. You rolling with Saquon?
I'm rolling with Saquon, man. If you drafted him, if you put him up, you got him as a first-round pick. Wherever you got him, you traded for him, whatever you did. If he's healthy, if they start him, run him. Like, I mean, you can't be caddish about getting a guy like that, having a guy like that. I know he hasn't had his best weeks, but I mean, you just gotta run with your studs.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You got to roll with Saquon in this game. At the end of the day, he did look explosive in his return. Ankle looks probably getting better. He said he didn't suffer any setbacks. I mean, man, he's going to get it rolling, man. He's going to get it rolling.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, he's made for the playoffs, and you got 2 more weeks until playoffs. So, pick 2, we got Waddle, Jamal Williams, Nyuk. We did that. Logan Thomas or Dawson Knox. Who you got? Logan Thomas or Dawson Knox, Clay?
Man, I don't know if they're going to play Logan Thomas the way he should. I don't know how he's feeling coming off his IR. I think I would go Knox in this. I like that Josh Allen and Dawson Knox connection, and they use him a lot in the red zone. So if nothing else, he'll get red zone targets. He may not get a ton of pass catching, but if he uses them in the red zone, which they've been doing with the Bills for the last few weeks, Dawson Knox is a red zone threat. And I mean, you've got to secure that ceiling. So I take Dawson Knox in this situation.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I think Dawson Knox has kind of the upside, so
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. Got some questions for TikTok. Ramondre Stevenson, Sony Michelle. I think they're both kind of backup situations.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. I would probably lean Sony just because I think that well, Henderson is a little bit more questionable than Harris. I think Harris is more fully healthy. And
Yeah.
I mean, you may have a shot at if Henderson does play, you may aggravate his injury. So it's a shot in the dark, but I'm going to go with Michelle.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Another one, Clay. I'm assuming you're going to say Barkley, but Barkley and Sanders, same thing, right? We going Saquon.
I don't really. I mean, Sanders, and especially like the only thing that Sanders I would say has going for him is that he was a full participant, and if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, they're probably going to try to lean more towards the run game. That's what I would think. But I mean, Saquon's your guy. Like, I mean, especially now they don't. Daniel Jones has been ruled out. They're going to probably try to lean on the run game. They're not going to let Mike Glennon throw 30 or 40 times, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're going to have, hey, Saquon, we're going to check it down to you. We're going to get you we're going to get you at least 20 plus touches. You got to be our guy.
Yeah, he's going to have to get the ball. So definitely Saquon over Sanders. Diggs or Waddle? I'm going to go with Diggs. We got a lot of Diggs comments and questions because Bill Belichick loves to target their best player. I don't think Diggs is their best player. I think just still Josh Allen. So I try to limit Josh Allen's runs. When he's able to get 40 plus yards on the ground, he usually wins the game. You got to limit Josh Allen in the run game. So I don't really fade Diggs. I think Diggs is just a different type of receiver. He uses his feet, uses his route running to his advantage, and that's kind of hard to double team a guy that's really good in routes.
Yeah, that Patriots D line is tough though, man. That Patriots D line are going to be coming at him fierce and often.
Right. So I'm still going Diggs over Waddle, but I don't hate you if you go either way.
Yeah.
So another question I got here, Clay. Quick rapid fire. Do we got Kittle or Knox?
I'm going to go Kittle.
Yeah, I think Kittle smashes in that point. No Debo. It's got to have a bunch of targets. Diggs or Waddle. Okay. Last question on TikTok. Then I'm going to go back to YouTube. Elijah Mitchell or James Conner, PPR? Who do you got?
I'm going to go Elijah Mitchell. Again, Debo, those touches, those backfield touches, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for players on the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm going to go Elijah Mitchell here. James Conner is he's getting the starts. He's getting the touches. I'm still kind of weary about him. He's a good running back, but I like Elijah Mitchell. I like his production that he puts up every week.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. James Conner's been phenomenal to our demise, unfortunately, but he just got to get less than 25 from Joe Mixon.
Yeah, right. He's
right
there. He's working though. He's working.
Yeah, I really didn't believe this. I can't believe our bet is so close. But
I know.
Moving forward. All right. So on YouTube, we got Joe Dirt, man, the actor himself. Joe Dirt's asking questions. Now we got how do you feel about Boston Scott? He's my RB2. I know it's disgusting, but I have Kamara hurt, Edmonds hurt, Jeff Wilson hurt, and the Titans running backs on bye. I drafted Dobbins, but oh man, it is tough.
It's tough.
I think
out there,
Joe. If you have a list of talented, untalented running backs that are on your free agency, let us know. Hit us in the comments. But Boston Scott, I think, man. I mean, it is what it is at this point. You're just gonna have to roll people out. You're hoping for a fake touchdown. Give me 6 points.
Some catches.
Yeah, 10
a big
points.
Play.
10 points is a win. So. Yeah, man, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, but yeah, man, it's bad, dude. It's bad. I'm sorry. So moving on, we're gonna do some headlines, man. We ain't got no questions coming in, man. Roll the questions. We're here to answer them. we're right here, man. Go ahead and give us some. But anyway, Darren Waller, he's out this week. A lot of people are streaming Foster Monroe. What is your thoughts on Foster Monroe as a streamer? Are you playing like in a deep league? You had Darren Waller, let's say. Are you gonna go with Foster Monroe, or are you trading? I mean, are you doing anything?
I'm
Do you like Foster? What do you think?
I don't really like Foster Moreau. I mean, it's so volatile. You don't know what you're going to get from him. Last week he got 1 point, and so to that, I think there's other tight ends that you could gamble on. Is maybe what I would say. I mean, Foster Moreau's okay, but um, if you had Darren Waller, I mean, you had to have seen this coming, right? Like you've had to have it. I mean, think about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, Darren Waller hasn't been the best fantasy tight end that we thought he was going to be up to this point. So, I mean, a backup tight end, somebody that's on waivers, somebody that you could pick up quick. But I mean, if that's the only person out there, then yeah, you can dart throw. But I mean, I just don't expect him to be putting up, 8 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Like, I mean, you have to temper your expectations and just understand that he's a dart throw. Like, if he gets, like you said, double digit points, that's a win. If he gets
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 catches and a touchdown, that's a win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there on some level. I did like Foster Moreau coming out. He was a very athletic, someone that this is the tight end position now. You have to have some sort of athleticism, and that's what he had. He has basically, if you go to playerprofiler.com, you'll see that he's 6'4", 250, which is kind of a little bit on the small end size of a tight end as far as height goes, but he's kind of in the same range. The weight is fine, but he's runs a 4.66 for his size. It's damn good.
Yeah.
He's in the 83rd percentile in speed and burst. So, I mean, if you are going to do a flyer, I think he is someone that you could run out there, but it's just, I mean, you're just hoping and praying that he does well. The good news is, if you are a Raider fan, you've known this for a while. All of off season, that the person that was supposed to get a lot of looks and more looks, that said from Derek Carr and even Gruden when he was still coaching, they said Foster Monroe. So if that means anything, cool. If not, well then you're out of luck, man, because you got Waller. So anyway, what's up, bro? Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us on TikTok. Go follow us on YouTube and Twitch. We got Isaiah. You guys get to see the full God's cast. You guys get to hear not just me and waiting on Clay's answers. Okay, so come on over here. Go and join us on TikTok and Twitch and YouTube. Get all your questions answered. So anyway, let's see what else we got, Clay. We got
this question we got from Joe Dirt, this follow-up. I don't, and call me crazy, I don't think this Burkhead is a bad start with David Johnson on the mend. Like, this might be something he could get a goal line touchdown or, something crazy, right? Like, I mean, some catches and stuff like that. So, hey, there he is, Justin. But no, I mean, you could go worse, right? Like, Boston Scott is a complete dart throw, but at least if Burkhead starts, you might get 10 to 15 touches, right?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, you got to throw the dart out there. Running backs are kind of, if you don't have, Taylor, Eckler, Najee, I mean, you're pretty much out of luck. I mean, it's tough for the top backs this year, and you hate to see it because, you want everybody to be healthy, and it just didn't work out. But yes, Justin Henry, hey, man, he couldn't make it to the cast tonight, but hey, we're going to be on tomorrow morning. God's going to be God's. What's good, man? What is good, Justin?
God's.
Welcome back to the from the island to California. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back.
We appreciate you. And you went hammer today on TikTok. I hope you guys that are listening to us, man, appreciate the content that Justin's doing. He is doing crazy on TikTok. So that's what we out here. Again, if you're following on TikTok, man, join us over on YouTube and Twitch. And Justin, is saying that
Burkhead
Burkhead
is
is
still
still
trash.
trash. We know this. He was
Agreed.
trash on the Patriots. Still trash, man. Still going
He
poop.
wasn't terrible on the Patriots when Tom Brady was checking down
Oh
to him every
man,
play.
he's
I mean,
not
come
Danny
on,
Woodhead, bro. He's not
Danny
Danny.
Woodhead's still the man. Danny Woodhead's still the man. He holds a special place in my heart. I
He
still love
does.
Danny.
He does. Hey, let's get into let's see NFL picks, man. I want to know, like, Clay is one of the masters at picks and bets and all that, man. We need to know, man. We need to see, like, who do you like, man? Who do you like? Okay, so I'm gonna give you the first one, Clay. You let me know. Okay, it's gonna be the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road in a dome against the Falcons, but it's Tampa Bay minus 10.5. What do you got?
Jesus Christ, not this week. I don't. I really like Atlanta to cover that 10.5, man. In division games, people are like, "Oh yeah, Atlanta sucks," which they do. I'm not taking anything away from that, but in division games, when you see an opponent twice a year and they beat them pretty bad the first time, I think this is the time where Atlanta can get revenge. You know, they exact their revenge, and it happens all the time. Good teams lose to teams in their division all the time, so it wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta covered or even won. I mean, it happens all the time. It's not a knock against Tampa Bay at all. It's just, sometimes you see an opponent and then they do something different and they catch you off guard. So I like the 10.5. I'll take it. Most days it's obviously a gamble, and this isn't advice for anybody to try to. Clay told me to take
Yeah,
them, and I took them, and I
yeah,
bet my life.
right.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But if I had to
Gamble at
make a
your own
choice,
risk. Gamble at your own
exactly.
risk, but
This is
that's what
not
we think.
gambling advice. I don't
It's not
condone
gambling
that.
advice. All right,
I got
going back to going back to
legal
TikTok,
jargon.
right? Legal jargon for sure. We're gonna go back to TikTok and then go back to some betting. Some betting there. Let's see. Start Kyler or Carr. I think you got to roll with Kyler, but again, the cool thing about Kyler is you'll find out if he's playing. He's a 10 o'clock game, so you'll get to know exactly if he's going to play or not. So that's what I like about the 10 o'clock games. It's the only advantage that you have sometimes. 10 o'clock games is that you know if these guys are game time decisions. You guys know if they're going to play. So I'm going to roll with Kyler. Clay, rapid fire, Josh Jacobs or Brandon Ayuk. Who do you got?
Flip. I like. Man, that's tough. I think I'm going to take Jacobs in this position. I think he's been increasing his workload. He's getting a lot more touches. I think Washington is susceptible to the run, and yeah, I mean, I want Ayuk to be good. I want to trust him, but I just don't know what I'm going to get out of him. And especially, I mean, if you were going to start Ayuk, this would be the week to do it, right? No Debo, and somebody's got to get the ball right. So, but I'm going to take Jacobs here. I know he has an ankle issue coming into this week, and he was added late to the report, but I think he's going to get enough touches to justify his role. He's been getting 20 plus touches since he's come back, and so since his injury. So I think fire Josh Jacobs up.
Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, if he's healthy, I'm definitely going Jacobs. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough with the injuries. So Joe, back on YouTube, man, what a stud. Let's see. Was thinking about that. The Eagles would be up big. He gets some garbage time carries, especially with the Eagles running the ball 30 times a game and Howard out. Well, I mean, if the Eagles are up big, I would assume Jalen Hurts is playing, but it looks like he's not. So, I don't know, man. We'll see if we'll see if Boston Scott could do his thing, man. But it's ugly, man.
The
Ugly,
Jets
ugly,
are yeah.
ugly.
The Jets are reasonably scrappy, so what Jets team you get is going to be, I mean, they beat Tennessee this year. They had some wins that are crazy, so I don't know.
Yeah. Jesse, what's going on from YouTube? Yo,
Jesse.
bro, who got you smiling like that? Should I start Foster Monroe or Dawson Knox? I'm going to go with Dawson Knox. Foster Monroe, again, is just a streamer, like last second, okay, let's do it. But Dawson Knox just has just as good athleticism as Foster, but now he has like Josh Allen. And I don't think the Patriots are going to key on Knox as well as they might key on Diggs and limiting Allen in the run game. So those short area yards should go to Knox. And if they get down the red zone, I like Knox in this game. So give me Knox. That's just my call. All right, Clay, give me one of these. This is going to be back to the betting. Who do you got? You got the Arizona Cardinals on the road against the Bears, but the Arizona Cardinals are giving up 7.5. Looks like it's about to rain as well. What do you got?
I'm gonna take Arizona in this one. I know that they got to travel cross country, right, and play a Chicago team. I just don't like Chicago. I'm just gonna say it. They don't impress me offensively. Their defense has been lackluster, and Arizona's just been, I mean, I know they're coming off this bye week, but they're just explosive, man. They can put up points quick. They're strong, and if Kyler and D Hop play, man, I honestly don't see this game being very close. Give me the 7.5. I'll eat the 7.5 points and take Arizona every day of the week with this
All
game.
right. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I mean, Andy Dalton doesn't scare me either. So,
Yeah, I'm not. I mean,
uh,
it's not like they're up 20 or 30 points in this game. I don't think it's Chicago, but they come on here tomorrow and 30
right,
points, Clay.
right. Right. All right. Let's see. Well, we don't got any. Oh yeah, we got another question for Twitch. What's going on, man? Thanks so much
Which
for getting us on. Who should I start? Pick two non
non
PPR.
PPR?
Okay, non PPR. We got Sanders, Barkley, Jacobs, Bateman, Judy, or Ty Johnson. Ooh, okay. So non PPR, I like to lean running backs in non PPR for me. So I'm gonna go with Barkley, and I'm probably gonna go with Jacobs in this one. Um, I like Barkley to get a touchdown this week, and Jacobs, man, he's got to be back. So um, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Barkley and Jacobs. So if you like that, go with that. Clay, what do you got in this one? What do you think?
Uh, I honestly, I'm gonna go different. I like Barkley. The Barkley pick, I think, is pretty automatic. Like you got to fire him up with confidence. I like Miles Sanders here.
Okay.
With Jacobs hurt, and I know I just told you to take him in the other one, but that was a versus. But I kind of like Miles Sanders here. I think they're going to give him a lot of touches tomorrow, especially knowing Jalen Hurts is on the mend. I think they're going to feed Miles Sanders as much as he can take. So, and again, like you said, I like going non PPR. With receivers, they have to have the touchdown, right? They got to get
All
those.
right.
They got to get the touchdown, or it's not really worth it. With the running backs, at least they're going to get a number of ground yards that they're going to amass. So I'm going to go Sanders, and I'm going to go Barkley, and that's my take.
Cool. All right. Let's go back to the scores. Clay, who you got in this one? I got Chargers on the road against the Bengals. The Bengals dropping 3 points. What do you got?
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
They're at home too. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals every time.
Love
Right
it.
here in this spot, I don't. I like them. They've been playing
Going
well
with the
all year.
Bengals. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
going with the Bengals, and the three was it 3.5 or 3?
3.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals 3 points at home. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty standard. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I think it's classic Chargers. They look like they're depleting the rest of the at the end of the season. They always seem to mess up. Classic
Yeah,
Chargers, man. Unfortunately. So,
classic Chargers. Hey, you
yeah.
got you got you got a nice little bet on them too, right? Like they need less than 9 wins, right?
Yeah, they need less than 9. What are they at right now? What's their? I didn't even
One,
look.
two, three, four,
6.
5, 6. Yeah, they got six
So
of
they
them.
got 6. So I need them. I need the Bengals to win this one. So
To
big
lose
time, big
out.
time, big time. All right, I'm gonna answer one. Let's see. The Vikings on the road, -7 against Detroit at home. I'm going with the Vikings. The Vikings should dominate Detroit. Definitely not going to win. Detroit, the Lions are not. They're not winning this year at all. I think they're definitely not going to win. So, what do you guys got on TikTok? Who do you think? You got the Vikings -7, or you got? Do you got the Lions going to win this game? Are they finally going to win? Let me know. Let me know on
Why?
TikTok. Please let me know. Are the Lions
Man.
beating the Vikings? Let me know. All right.
No,
Uh,
no, no,
no.
no.
No. All right. Another question. Thanks, guys. What about Fryermuth or Higby? Non PPR.
Move.
Yeah, it looks like Fryermuth is probably the play. I mean, he's a phenomenal rookie. He's doing things that maybe Pitts should be doing. Um, with Big Ben, his arm is horrible. It's going to be Deontay Johnson and Fryermuth show. So, yeah, go with Fryermuth in this one. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Cool. We got another question. Cool. I mean, hey, we don't got
Fire
no one
away.
else to ask questions, man. Hey,
Fire away.
keep getting their questions. We got you. I got another one. Wide receiver, pick one. Non-PPR, you got Ayuk, Bateman, or Judy. Just pick one. I think for me, I'm gonna go with Ayuk. I just think that he's kind of the focus of more of the offense than Bateman is. I think Bateman has to compete with Brown and
Andrews.
Andrews, and then the running game with Lamar and kind of the rotation of backs that they have. Judy is kind of a guy that, like, okay, I can see him being the alpha, but he's not the alpha. Like he's just there. Like I don't know. I'm just not getting a major upside with him, and I'm gonna go with Ayuk. So that's just kind of what I'm gonna roll with. All right, new question, Joe, back again. How do you guys feel about Dynasty? I was thinking about starting a league next year, but worried about understanding the value of trading picks for players. So, man, you have come to the right spot, at least the right man for the job. I love Dynasty. Dynasty football is everything to me. This is pretty much all I play in the off season. I will be doing a lot of Dynasty talk on TikTok. We will be doing a lot of Dynasty talk on the podcast. So, Joe, stick with us through the off season. I'm here to help you with that. My free advice on that, which I'll give a ton of free advice, is if you are going to start a league, okay, there's two things. Number one is find people that would be willing to commit to a league long term. Okay, there's the frustration is like no other if you draft a team and it just doesn't pan out and you decide, well, I'm not going to win for another 3 years. I quit. Okay. Dynasty is something that is ever changing, always moving. You can always trade. You can always move. So number one, don't quit. Find players that won't quit. Number two is, for me, is if you're going to create a league and be a commissioner, start out, your first buy-in could be low, $50, $100, doesn't matter. But always collect 2 years of payments, and if every year you collect the next year. So you're always just one payment ahead because, at least in my experience, you don't do that, people truck it off. They end up selling all their picks, sell out, and then quit. It's just not fun. That's just my personal view on it. Clay, give me a fact or something that this guy would need to know about Dynasty. What is something about Dynasty that you like or you don't like? Give us a fact.
Yeah, I just started playing Dynasty a few years back, and I do enjoy it. I do like the aspect of building and creating a team. I think with this question specifically, it's very multifaceted. You could probably spend a whole episode, right? We could spend a whole podcast episode talking about Dynasty and logic and how you feel about picks and players and things like that. So I think with that question specifically, we like Dynasty. We enjoy Dynasty. If you're considering it, like Dan said, get a group of guys that are solid, guys that are going to pay, guys that are going to stay in and won't quit after the first 2 years, and do a startup. If you like it, keep going. If you don't, then you can disband. But
Yeah.
we, like Dan said, we're going to be talking about this stuff in the offseason a lot. We're always doing trades. We're always looking to get better players, always looking to the future years, always looking to acquire assets. So stick with us. We can answer more of these types of questions. Let's just keep rolling at this podcast, and
Cool.
we'll be back to that.
Yep, exactly. All right, we're gonna rapid fire a few questions. I'm gonna roll with TikTok, and then we're gonna answer this YouTube question real quick. Griffin, what's up, man? Thanks for sticking around. Boston Scott, Damian Harris. I'm gonna go Damian Harris in this one. Smizzle, what's up, bro? Welcome to the live, man. If you are on Twitch or if you're on TikTok, follow us on Twitch and YouTube. We got Clay and myself. You get to see both of us talk. You just don't have to wait around to hear my voice. Go and see Clay. He is on, man. It's a special treat when we get Clay on there. Go show him some love, man. Go ahead. So, Boston Scott or Burkhead? I think we went with Burkhead, did we not, Clay?
Damn, that was tough.
I know it was tough. I think we went Burkhead, even though he's trash.
If I know, if David Johnson doesn't play tomorrow, go with Burkhead.
Yeah, double check David Johnson's stats. Jamal Williams or Damian Harris? I'm going to go with Jamal Williams just because I know that he's going to get all the touches.
Go Jamal Williams.
even in a horrible game. Bourbon or beer, Coach Bruce? What's up, brother? Hey, man, we're gonna have to have you on, man. Coach Bruce is in one of my Twitter leagues. Phenomenal guy. Please go follow Coach Bruce on Twitter, man. He is a stud. He has all the facts, man. He is up and coming. He's a legend in my heart, man. Coach Bruce, what's up? Bourbon or beer? Both. Both, baby. There's no, you can't say.
I'm going bourbon, baby. I'm going bourbon.
Okay, all right, good. Bourbon. That's good. Hey, as older we get, the bigger the guts. So we're going to need a little bit less calories. We're going bourbon, man. What's going on? Okay, let's see what else we got. Can you please answer Westicles 12? Westicles, gosh. Clay, can you please answer? Choose two. Mooney, Lockett, and Mitchell if Daryl doesn't play. So Sony Michelle. Mooney, Lockett, Sony Michelle. Who you got real quick, Clay? Yeah, just pick two.
I'm going to go Mooney and Lockett.
Mooney and Lockett, he said. Mooney and Lockett. Jamar Chase or Pittman Jr., I'm going to roll with Chase. He should roll it back. Daryl Henderson or Devonta Smith, I'm going to roll with Henderson just because I feel like he's going to play, and I think Smith without Hurts is just not good. Tyrod or Big Ben, I'm fading Big Ben in every format. God, he's trash. Okay, going back to YouTube, Christian, what's going on, man? Kenny Galladay or Devontae Parker? It's horrible either way, but I'm gonna go with Devontae Parker if he's healthy, if he plays. Watch the injury news in the morning, but I'm gonna go.
He came off the IR.
He came off. Okay, so he should play. Hopefully he does. Kenny Galladay is just, he's not doing good. Slade Miller, what's going on? We got Jamal Williams, Damian Harris. Oh, Jamal Williams, Damian Harris.
Williams, what do you got?
You got
Jamal. I'm going to say Jamal Williams. I like him, man. They throw him the ball, and he gets those touches in the backfield.
Yeah. He's a lovable guy, too. Everything he says in his interviews is hilarious. Go with Jamal Williams. All right. And then rapid fire, Devonta Smith or Chase Claypool. Ooh. So Devonta Smith is probably the better play with Hurts, but since Hurts is probably not going to play, I'm going to roll with Chase Claypool. I think Chase is kind of he's kind of giving you that, like, he's there, then he didn't get it. He's there, then he didn't get it. I think this week Claypool in this situation versus Devonta Smith, give me Chase Claypool. I don't like it, but give me him.
Yeah. I don't like it either. I agree with you 100%. Chase Claypool, one play could save his whole day. 40-yard touchdown, a big 60-yard catch, whatever.
He is a one-play away guy from kind of giving you what you need. Coach Bruce, what's up, man? You guys are killing it, man. Love you guys. Keep crushing it. Hey, we're going to have you on straight up. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right, so back to the YouTube. He said
Slade.
He's 1 in 11 in
my
his
man.
Any advice? Okay,
my man. There's nothing you can. This is it. This is
right.
The league is whatever. It's over, bro. I hope this isn't your only league. If it is, you just keep setting your lineup so maybe you can knock somebody out of playoffs or keep somebody from going to the playoffs. But effectively, in 2 games, I don't really see much that you can do at this point.
Yeah, Slade, at the end of the day, man, we're sorry that you're 1 in 11. That's tough. Hopefully, follow us before your draft, during your draft, after your draft. Hopefully, maybe we can have the opportunity to help you win your league next year. Hopefully, that's not your only league, though. But look, if you're 1 in 11, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you're 1 in 11. Don't quit, okay? You can play those top teams.
Spoilers.
You can play spoiler. You can play those middle of the pack roads and go, look, I don't care if I'm 111. You want to get knocked out of the playoffs. That's what you need to do. Okay. So don't fret. But man, 111 is tough, man.
It's tough.
He says it's a 10-man league and 10-2 in my other. So he has 2 leagues. One's 111, one's 10-2. Hey. Okay, so fight or 10-3. Fight on. Go win that league at the end of the day. So you didn't get the other league, 1 in 11. Go win that league. Thoughts on Miles Sanders from TikTok? Miles Sanders. Well, look, Miles Sanders again. You have to play him. you have to play Miles Sanders, and he's just a tough guy to bench.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but hopefully he's like your running back, 3. If he's running back 2, it's still tough. But if he's running back 3 at flex play, I kind of like that position for Miles Sanders. So
Yeah.
another question on TikTok. A Perez 7, what's up, man? Javonte Williams or Jamal Williams? Who you got, Clay? You got Javonte or Jamal?
That's tough, man. I think with this one, I think I'm going to go Javante. I think they've really committed to the run. Denver's committed to the run. We don't know what type of Lions offense we're going to get tomorrow. I do believe Jamal will get a lot of touches, but I firmly believe that Denver has and will commit to the run, especially that's in their game plan. They know they gotta burn these teams down. So I'm gonna go Javante with no Melvin Gordon.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna roll with Javante. I just think he possesses kind of RB1 upside in the game, and yeah, man, it's just tough. So, Slade, are you guys looking for anyone to join Fantasy Guides? Well, we have a Fantasy Guides league that you could
Yeah.
join next year. But if you're asking to join us, well, who knows? We're always open to those things. The biggest thing is we got to figure out a position for people that want to join us, man, and we could grow the empire. It's good. We're not just limiting to us, man. But if we got some work for you, if you got something to bring to the table, shoot us a DM on TikTok. Let us know what's up. We appreciate you at least joining and following along. Back to TikTok, we got Kyler or Carr. I think I answered this question, Snyder 91, but again, for me, it's Kyler Murray. Got to go with a guy that, again, he is a 30-plus point guy. That's who he is. That's who he can be. Carr is kind of just the middle of the pack. Hey, some days he's hot, but most days he's like 15 to 20 points. So,
Yeah.
I always roll, especially these last few weeks. You need the win. You need to get it going. And if it was a playoff week, you're going to play your studs, play guys that are just dominant. So go with Kyler Murray. Clay, who you got? Got one. Kind of the same, close to the same questions we been getting, but Devonta Smith or Devonta Parker?
I think we answered this one earlier, but I think we lean towards Parker, just because if Hurts is hurt, Devontae, like we said, we think he's the better player. But I think when you talk about the ability to get fantasy points, I'm going to lean towards Parker with a healthy.
We're gonna go with Parker, especially if he plays and he's healthy. So,
yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. We appreciate you guys following us on TikTok. Please go join us on Twitch and on YouTube. Kind of did our thing tonight for you. Stayed up a little late for you guys. Got to get back to our kids, man. The old guys doing our thing. So appreciate you guys joining in. We're out. We will see you tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get on in the morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time, California time with Justin and Isaiah. If you're free, man, come on
Damian,
in.
shoot me the link. Shoot me the link.
I'll shoot you the link. So let's go. We can get it going just about an hour from 8 to 9. We should be putting in work. So, all right, guys. You guys have a great night, and we outie. We'll hit.
Thanks.
Yep. And on TikTok, and we out.